Where do I even begin? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kim. If you're new here, what's up? It's been so long since I've said that. Wow, we have a lot to talk about. I just got full body chills. Whew. It feels good, but I also have a lot of explaining to do. I'm gonna be getting into like kind of emotional topics, just like regarding where the frick I went for the past like year almost, what I'm up to now, what I have planned for the future, my struggles with YouTube and with mental health and self-confidence issues and all that. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Kim. I am a singer-songwriter and I have a lot of
mental health issues.
No, not really, but like, yeah, I kind of do at the same time. Let me make a few bullet points that I want to hit. Okay, so the first thing I kind of want to talk about is how I started my channel and how it's affected my mental health since then. So the first video that kind of blew up for me was the Be Alright video. I'll insert something right here if you want to go check it out. I'll put a card up here somewhere. That went viral in like November of 2018. After that video went viral, I didn't know what to do with my life or with my channel. Like, I never uploaded that video in hopes that it would go viral. I was just singing in my room, getting my emotions out. So since then, I started doing like my I Wrote a Song videos where I would take influencer or celebrities' tweets, captions, whatever it was, and turn it into a song. I kind of feel like in a way, I created a trend on YouTube, or I started something that had a lot of traction and a lot of views. So from going from like 0 subscribers to about 80,000 subscribers in the span of maybe like 5 months is like a lot for me. What was I posting? I was posting twice a week. So that means 2 brand new original songs every single week for about a year and a half total of like my YouTube rise, I guess, whatever you can call it. That is so much work. And I just feel like after, you know, like the trend of my I Wrote a Song videos started going down, I was so burnt out. I was about like 19, 20 years old when all this was happening. I hadn't lived much of life yet. Like, yes, I've been through traumatic stuff. Yes, I've had relationships. When you're writing 2 songs a week, like, you're gonna run out of things to say. You're gonna say the same things over and over and over again. And I think any YouTuber or person in the public eye can attest to this, is that like when your views aren't consistently at the height of what it was once, you get really like in your head about things and you get really discouraged. So at the beginning of my YouTube career, I was averaging at least like 600,000 views on every single video that I posted, which is like absolutely insane for someone like me. That becomes your reality. So then you start to realize like, okay, this is super normal for me. And then like when time goes on and your views just consistently drop, you become less relevant. You're like, why am I even doing this anymore? So that was kind of the headspace I was in for a while after my trend died. And the other thing that I've come to realize is my channel was a trend YouTube channel, which is totally fine because I am doing my own thing, which I'll get into. I'll talk about like what I'm doing in the future. But that's like something that I had a really hard time dealing with because I was putting so much content out and trying so hard, and not a lot of people were really watching it as much as they were in the past, and that was something, as I'm sure everyone in the world, it would discourage you, and that's fine. So I needed to take a step back for myself to realize what I wanted to do. At this point in my life, I was still in New York. I was still, you know, like living that life that I look back on now and I'm like, yikes. I was just like not really in like a good place mentally. So then I came out to LA. And moving to LA was the best decision I could have made for my entire life. Starting over with like new friends and like a new environment and new goals was so crucial for my mental health. The second I got here, it's like God just started putting everything into place. Everything that I've ever wanted or like thought of or like wished I could have done, God was like, all right, girl, now is your time. When I got here, I had these goals of kicking on with YouTube, starting over again, and just building from the ground up again in a sense. But then I was like, I don't think I'm passionate about YouTube anymore. I don't really feel like the need to pick up a camera and vlog my day. I don't like vlogging. I don't like really doing any of that stuff. So I was just like, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna make money? Meanwhile, let me tell you, YouTube does not pay a lot of money at all. I was super worried about how am I gonna pay my bills? How am I gonna pay rent? And how am I gonna remain happy while chasing my dreams? Because everyone in LA is here to do the same exact thing. Immediately when I came out to LA, I fell into the right group. It was just a God-sent thing. I am so grateful. And all my new friends that I have now are the most talented human beings I've ever met in my entire life. Like, these people just radiate love and talent and pureness and humility and just the most incredible people you can ever think of. Like, I am so grateful that these people are in my life. When I started hanging out with all these new friends, 1 or 2 of them happened to be producers. So I was like, oh my God, I am trying to make actual music. Let's get together, let's write, let's do whatever, let's find my sound. And from then on, I have just been going so hard behind the scenes, like producing music that I want for the whole entire world to see. Who I am now as a 22-year-old is not the same person as who I was when I was 20 years old in my New York apartment, writing on my piano songs about how in the shits I was. Don't get me wrong, I'm still in the shits, but I'm not as in the shits. But in general, I have grown so much in these last 2 years, and the message that I want to put out now is totally different than what I wanted to say back then. The other thing that I think about is from the get-go, I've always said to everyone, I want to be a touring musician. I don't want to be a YouTuber. I don't want to be boxed in as a YouTuber because in my opinion, and this could just be my opinion, maybe this isn't like what reality is, I feel like YouTube musicians or YouTube songwriters don't gain as much respect as other people who start out maybe like on Instagram or like TikTok or whatever. Like, I feel like there's a stigma around YouTubers that we aren't taken as seriously. And that's something that I really took into consideration. I was like, maybe if I just take a step back and focus on transitioning into the traditional music world. Because of taking a step back, it kind of got to a point where I was so fallen off track with YouTube that the thought of getting back into it was so overwhelming that I would have like severe anxiety about it. The thought of picking up a camera and sitting down and filming was like stressing me out beyond belief. I was like, no one even cares about me. Like, I'm so irrelevant at this point. And then I started going to therapy again. And this is where like everything kind of comes full circle. It's been the best thing I've ever done for my mental health. I've gone to therapists in the past, but I never really clicked with one or like stuck with it. I hate talking about my problems from ground zero. I'd rather like talk to someone who kind of knows me already. So I was just like, you know what? It's coming to a point where like my anxiety is so debilitating that like I don't even want to pick up my phone. Like, I don't even want to leave the house. Like, I just want to sit in my bed and cry all the time. In therapy, I've been uncovering how traumatic my childhood was for me. I mentioned this before, but I was severely bullied as a child in Catholic middle school. I didn't have a solid foundation for me to grow my own self-esteem on. So what I've kind of come to realize is that the traumatic events of my childhood of being bullied and all that stuff, it is still carrying with me and like lives in my subconscious, and it really affects the way that I view myself. And I started treating myself, or I have been treating myself, the way that these girls used to treat me in middle school, which is like a really weird complex. I don't know why our brains do that. My brain built a foundation over the fact that I am not worthy enough of anything. So when you're young and you have a traumatic event like that, you go out into the world after that treating yourself that way because that's how you think you deserve to be treated. And it's been getting so much better. Like, I hope that you guys can like watch this video and maybe think like, oh my God, she looks or sounds so much more mature. And I really want to emphasize that like I am so good now. Well, I'm better. I'm not like 100%. I don't think anyone will ever be 100%. But I'm finally at a place where I can look at my past and look at how people treated me and just separate opinion from fact. What's factual is how you process what that opinion is. So if someone's gonna come up to me and say, Kim, your music is trash, you're so ugly, I'll be like, that's great, that's your opinion, but here's how I view myself. I view myself as someone who worked really hard, who has been through a lot of stuff but just tries to make the best of it and tries to treat everyone with kindness and love. As I posted my last cover, I think like yesterday or a few days ago, of I Wasn't Enough for You. And the second I posted it, like immediately I had like 25 comments within like a few seconds. And I was like, oh my God, people care about me. I've gone for so long thinking that people didn't care about me, people don't worry about me. But then once I posted that video, I was like, I've been gone for months on YouTube. People probably may have like forgotten who I really am, but there's a solid group of people who are genuinely excited to see my content. That's when it hit me. I was like, I have just been so mean to myself for no reason. Like there are people out there who support me and love me, and like I can't even accept the fact that like I deserve that or like I'm worthy of that. For a really long time, I was super ashamed to be a YouTuber or an influencer because friends and people in my past made me feel like stupid for doing that or being that, and embarrassment is like one of my triggers. But I really realized that I'm so done with treating myself like that. I know that I'm deserving of this, and I know that I worked so hard, and I know that really, really good things are coming for me in the future. I just have to be patient, and I just have to just trust God. Oh, also, I have a boyfriend now. Which is so fun because like I thought I was gonna be single for the rest of my life. I have so many issues, but I finally found someone who loves me for me. But I'm just really happy and I'm really excited about the future. Now, does that mean I'm gonna post more content on YouTube on a regular basis?
No.
I'm not promising anything because I don't wanna make promises that I can't keep. I'm going to try and be more consistent than I have been. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. From here on out though, what I can tell you is that I am leaving my past behind. I'm leaving most of the music that I have out on like Apple Music and Spotify. That is not the direction I'm taking my music in the future. I'm almost positive I'm going to be changing my name on Spotify and Apple Music and everywhere to just Kim, in all caps, Kim. Goodbye Caputo, she's old news. Also changed my Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok handles, so I'm gonna put them on the screen here. I'm sorry if I unintentionally hurt any of my fans that have been waiting on me, but I'm also really happy that I took this break because I really have figured out like who I am, and I've forgiven myself for feeling so guilty about not posting on YouTube. I have 2 singles that are going to be coming out soon, and I'm very excited for the future. This is the new era of Kim. She's happy, she's thriving, she's in love. She's making music that she wants to make. I'm also producing now, which is cool. I produced one of my new songs that's going to be coming out soon. Did that cover everything? I don't know. Either way, I feel really good. I'm getting my life back on track, and that's all that matters. I love you all so much. Like, I can't even explain how grateful I am for all the love and support. I say it a million times, but I would literally be nowhere without you guys. And I think it's time that I finally start accepting my role as a YouTuber and as an influencer and just like start owning my shit. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me unconditionally and loving me, and I'll see you guys soon. I don't know when, I'm not gonna tell you, but I'll see you guys soon. Bye.